Hey guys, it is Friday morning, hanging out with Rainbow for a bit here. Cute cat. And yeah, while I'm waiting for my new bike to be ready to pick up, I am going to clean up the giant Explorer bike. Yeah, there's some guys in the backyard, so that was a little bit weird. But yeah, I'm gonna take off all the parts that I want to move to the new bike or just keep for myself, and put back my stock parts that I was just holding on to, because I always thought that I would sell the bike. I want my good parts. But yeah. So what do I got? I got the stock seat. I was using that on the Bridgeway, but I'll put that back on for when I sell it. And yeah, taking off the rear rack. I'm hoping that this will fit on the new bike. No guarantees. It did. It was on there pretty tight. Needed all my hands. Needed to be twisted heavy. Yeah, and these fenders. This is the only original fender hardware. That plastic tab broke off on all of the other ones. Shocked that one held up after all the other ones failed, but these fenders, I kind of think they're trash. Like, I made them work with a bunch of zip ties and parts from different fenders and stuff, but for other people, like, yeah, don't bother. Or like, get some real fenders that work. And this is where I went into my first issue, taking everything apart. One of the tiny screws on the fenders stripped to 3mm hex. I don't know. They shouldn't go under 4mm with hex screws. It's kind of, they just strip too easy. So yeah, I put some oil on it, hoping maybe that would like get in there and loosen it up. And while that's doing that, swapping out the handlebars to this flatter style. It's supposed to be good for mountain biking. I never liked it since I wanted to be seated more upright. And yeah, back to the fender screw that's stripped here. Yeah, it's not happening. I was kind of thinking maybe I could grip onto it with my vice grips, but I think I almost had it, but it slipped off. And maybe if I like filed down the sides or something, I don't know. I was kind of looking to see if Cliff was hanging out in the alley. He seems like the kind of guy that would be able to remove a strip screw. But I currently don't have anything for that. Maybe I should buy a set of bits or whatever that like gets in there and grips onto it, but anyways, removing all of the electrical tape that I put on my bike. I kind of put it on late. There's still plenty of chips in the paint, as well as sometimes I just locked up and I broke through the tape and didn't get to it fast enough to make sure the paint was fine. This is the only section that has a sticky residue, whatever that blue tape was like, or that gross residue. But remember from last time I was changing the tape, I used a bit of oil, and that made it not so sticky, and I could clean it off without too much hassle. And yeah, with all that done, it seems like it's pretty much time to actually start the cleaning of it. So I got the brush out, and yeah, knocking off all that dirt. It was a bit muddy yesterday going around the island. Some new mud. I'm sure there's some old mud on there. It's been a while since I cleaned the bike. And at this point I decided I'd just clip off the fender wire thing and then yank that out from the side. I guess, whoever's get that, they can deal with that. Hopefully it's not a deal breaker. But yeah, I've been out here for a while. I think I started at noon, and it's probably already been about 2 hours of cleaning and stuff. And then I started on the wheels, removing my reflective tape. I liked how that looked, but I don't think it adds to the resale value. I had heard a tip where you can use a permanent marker to make these white spots not stand out so much in the chipped paint. Which I guess maybe in a photo in a distance it's better, but just looking at it up close and even in this camera shot, like that looked bad, so I just wiped that off. You know, it's got chips in it, like you can deal with it. At this point, we're pretty much ready to put the seat back on, get the battery in there. I think it's pretty much all back together. Mostly it's stock bike. So yeah, I put this on Facebook and Kijiji. I wrote that this bike is 2 years old, it's just out of warranty. It's a medium-sized frame, fit for riders about 5 to 7 feet tall. 5'7", just 6 feet tall. I rode it often doing Uber Eats, so it's gotten a lot of use. Still, every mechanical part of the bike is in good shape when I cleaned and oiled it regularly. However, I think the motor is starting to have issues. The motor will cut out and lose power after riding 5 or 10 minutes. It seems a bit random, and it's gotten worse over the past 2 months. I consulted with the mechanics at Giant Toronto store on Queen, and they think it's probably a loose connection in the wiring. Which, if it's loose wiring, it could cost about $50 to $100 for them to diagnose it and repair it. However, if it needs a new motor, it's around $1,000 for parts, and I've decided to sell it for parts as I don't think it's going to be cheap to repair. I could be wrong though. You could be getting a great deal on a bike. And yeah. Then I continued to do some cleaning on the bike. I also go into more details about the parts and stuff, and you know, the battery's still in good shape on the bike. And yeah, hopefully someone's interested. I listed it at $700, which I think that's a little bit optimistic, but you never know. And I did say that I'm open to offers, so let me know what you know, I'll tell you guys, I guess, what people offer or if there's any interest. But yeah, this is watching Rick and Morty and eating chicken tendies. I got a call from the Amigo boys. My bike is ready to be picked up. It's closer to the end of the day now, probably a bit after 5. And yeah, the dog park here is going nuts, so I guess people get off work and they bring their dog to the park. That's like 50 dogs it feels like in here. But yeah, Amigo. Feeling pretty blessed, lucky, gifted right now, you know? You guys you know, leaving lots of comments and stuff on the video. My dad's feeling for me. He sent me $500 to help pay for the bike, which really appreciate that. You know, I don't say it often enough, but thanks to the Patreon supporters as well. I think you know, the Patreon, it fluctuates between like 50 and 85-ish a month, but you know, it's not like a crazy amount, but over the course of a year you guys do pay for like 1 month of my rent, and you know, that's something, you know? Anyways, the guy brought out my bike from the warehouse, and they gave me this weird strap thing that helps keep the battery in place, I guess. And before I do my first ride, I'm trying to get my cockpit all set up, you know, gotta get the bell going. And took me a minute to figure out that the bell was touching that cable, and I moved it over. But that's not where I want it. I want it to be close to my hand when I'm just have it in the regular spot. So move the controller over closer to the center, and I have my bell. That quick access. You know, the bell's really important. Like, after brakes, bell is like next in line for safety. And yeah, pretty much ready to ride it home. did decide I want to adjust the handlebars a little bit there. And this is my first ride on the new bike. It's about 3 meters. I forgot to adjust the seat height. That's right. Let's bring that seat height up a little bit. Or lower it, I don't know. Gotta adjust that seat height. And yeah, with that done, I kind of forgot to film the rest of the ride until I got home pretty much. But, you know, I'm just trying to get everything set up to be, you know, close to how I want it. Kind of hoping to do an Uber run. You know, I thought about bringing my bag to the store, but I knew they were gonna give me a charger and manual and all that junk. So brought it in for a little bit and attached my U-lock, as well as got a bit of tape on there. You know, I kind of want to protect the paint this time. Hopefully, you know, maybe I'll get a layer of hockey tape in there or something. But yeah, there's that color display booting up. Yeah, so I guess we're at 85%. It's kind of hard to tell if that was actually at 95%. It looked weird. But yeah, here's that tape. And yeah. Got my bag ready to go online on Uber 616. It looks like it's popping out there. And right off the bat, I'm noticing I'm gonna need like a cover or something for the screen at night, because my helmet my helmet light flashes right onto the screen and it bounces perfectly into my eyes. First delivery pickup was Harry's Char-Boiled, and I actually canceled it and then accepted one from the same restaurant because it was taking so long. But the second one was such a short delivery and $16. I was like, this is actually a decent deal to wait for. I think I was probably there for like a total of 20 minutes though. Kind of a burn, but I don't know. Wound up being sort of worth it. Those 2 deliveries were probably like 40 minutes. So I don't know, was it worth it? Maybe it was only half an hour since they were so close, the drop-offs. But yeah, my next orders were definitely worth it. They were each like over $20 for the set of 2. So yeah, I'm going around doing these deliveries. Pizza apparently sells ice cream, so gonna deliver that. And I got a add-on for $11 at Kyoto House. That was kind of decent. So yeah, delivered to an alleyway with a crazy barking dog in it. Well, the dog was inside, but it was still crazy. And yeah, did that last drop off. I am kind of noticing there's like a bit of a clicking sound when I'm pedaling. Not sure what that is. It doesn't, hopefully it's not a big deal. I'm just kind of like, wonder what that is. But yeah, other than that, the bike was riding great. And looking forward to doing some more rides tomorrow. Probably gonna adjust a few things for then, but yeah, good rides all around. I was out there for 2 hours and 10 minutes, made $68, which is pretty good. But you know, Friday nights are just so crazy. It's not the best time it's not the most enjoyable time to ride around, I guess.